Robinson Show. We are back with Blake Weatherly from the Tapsnast Podcast.
What's going on, boys? Y'all doing all right?
We are all right.
We're all right. We're just okay, Blake. How you doing? How's Georgia holding up?
Dude, we're flourishing, man. We're going places. You know, we're being the change we want to see in the world.
You're gonna be at church on Easter, right? This Easter Sunday.
Well, you know, our governor reopened the beaches.
What?
Because, well, you know, we're extending the shelter in place. We're opening up the beaches. We're just sending out the message that we're not scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard the sharks keep the coronavirus away.
Well, I mean, it's really scientific. I don't want to get into it, but I fully trust our governor, Mr. Brian Kemp. He's going to lead us in the right direction.
You got Brian Kemp. We got Murphy. That sounds like a cool, 20s gangster name.
Kim and Murphy.
I got Murphy, see?
Well, I mean, I'm really enjoying seeing all the different states and even different countries respond to COVID-19.
What's the best response and the worst? Give us the spectrum of responses.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna throw it right back at you because this one might be the best and worst response at the same time. I know in the Philippines they will straight just fucking shoot you.
Right.
I heard. I was thinking like North Korea.
Yeah, I heard that Kim was doing that. That he was just like, if you have COVID,
we don't have any outbreaks because they eat a bullet. They take their medicine.
Exactly.
Wow.
It also pushes back, you know, like phase 2 of the zombie apocalypse resurgence. You completely phase that potential out. Is it brutal? Is it responsible? Is it wise? Is it savagery? I don't know.
It's all of it. It's responsible savagery. Responsible, brutal savagery. Damn. I didn't think the Philippines was so nutty.
It's I believe his name is Duarte. The president down there, he really does not give a shit.
Cool. I hope he's doing the shootings himself, and he's just like, I'm Duarte, and
I'm Duarte.
Take this, COVID.
That's the lesson you hear.
Yeah, I'm Duarte.
I feel like I would trust Duarte more than Trump.
Yo, next question. Do y'all think there's anything mildly mysterious about Harvey Weinstein getting coronavirus?
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the Me Too movement would be behind that.
Ooh.
See, and this, I hope Jack's listening. I know Jack's going to be on the show later.
Yes.
Jack hates talking about coronavirus, but this is right up his alley. So I've got a theory about Harvey Weinstein getting coronavirus. I just need you to follow me for a second.
Okay.
If you look at the headlines and the taglines, they're like, oh, his declining health. And, his health has obviously been worsening over time. And it's like, okay, where the fuck are they getting that idea from? They're getting it from his trial. It was like 2 or 3 days into the trial, he just shows up to the courtroom with a cane.
A walker, yeah.
And he's fucking limping. And he's got a life alert bracelet on and shit. And it's just so obviously a sham.
Yeah.
And he's trying to.
It's a sham. Wow. It's I like to call it.
I mean, who would think, the sexual predator's trying to, manipulate people into having sympathy for him. And then he gets fucking convicted, and they slap the shit out of him. He's going to be in jail the rest of his life. He hasn't even faced trial in the other state he's accused of.
Yes.
And then out of nowhere, they're like, he has coronavirus. He actually falls into the category of people most at risk for coronavirus and his age and, his declining health. And I'm like, yeah, what the fuck is this declining health shit?
But
all right.
He can still be in prison, though, with coronavirus, right? Joe Exotic is in prison with coronavirus. So, Harvey Weinstein should be in the same prison.
He should be.
You're absolutely right. But this is where it's going to go, man. He's going to die of coronavirus.
Okay.
Right? And it's going to be a body swap.
Ooh.
For who?
Yep.
Joe or Trump?
I don't know. We're talking about anymore.
It's going to be a swordfish. They're going to throw a fucking look-alike dead body in. Harvey Weinstein goes to Cuba.
Oh.
And he's there with Epstein, who is also not dead.
Whoa.
Boom.
And Hitler. Fuck.
Well, that's Argentina. Get your own fantasy, bro.
Wow. Fuck, Blake. You just mind fucked us.
I know, man. And
I liked it.
I want Jack to know I know the truth on that.
Wow. God damn, I don't know if I can follow any of that. I there's nothing else to ask right now, Blake. You just...
Well, Well, really, I mean, everything right now is all about loss, man. You know, the economy's falling.
But loss, but gain. We got a Trump
Yep.
check coming.
Ooh,
a Trump, a trek. We got a big fat trek coming in our face. Any minute now. When are we getting that check?
I feel like it's all gonna screw us in the end, though. Like I have this theory that like in a year or two, that like Trump is gonna be like, remember that check I gave you guys? Well, I'm taking that $1,200 out of your next tax return.
I feel like it's invisible ink. Like we're just gonna get it. We're gonna go to cash it in, and it's gonna be like, this is nothing. This is a piece of paper.
Or even better, you go to cash it in, and they just hand you a Monopoly card, and they're like, "That's Boardwalk. That's what you get with that money."
Or they just stab you with a needle and say, now you got Corona, baby."
No, it's gonna be like if you ever like bought a car and there were like no payments for 12 months, and then your payments are absolutely absurd.
And then you got 12 months of payments at once. Yeah.
Or maybe they're going to make you choose whether you want it or not, and then if you chose to get it, they get to grind you up into Soylent Green in a couple years.
Whoa.
Right?
I mean, I'm not going to say that's too far out of the question in this timeline. I feel like a lot of things are possible. I'm actually, speaking of loss and regret and lost potential, I'm really upset that I didn't start like a virtual online cult. Because, I mean, like think about it. Everyone's stuck inside.
I wanted that.
Yeah, they're lonely.
I wanted that 20 years ago. I wanted to start a cult where like the men had numbers and the women had letters. That's as far as I went with it, though. Like,
I feel like that's something we could work with. But I mean, think about it. Everyone's stuck at home. They're lonely. They're vulnerable, and they're about to have a sudden, modest cash infusion through the government. And I feel like certain people are in place ready to take advantage of that, like people who sell essential oils and crystals and all kinds of cool nonsense.
Find some crystals, Slim. Get us some crystals.
Make sure they match up with your birthstone, otherwise you could unalign your chakras.
Oh shit! I don't want to
be careful.
I'm writing a future album that's gonna cure COVID-19.
How are the other COVIDs gonna be though, Driz? How about like COVID-20? Is that gonna be any better than this?
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty bad, but it's gonna be pretty bad. COVID-20 through like COVID-30 are pretty fucked up.
No.
It's an anthology, man.
What are you hoarding right now, Blake? Have you hoarded the
mostly cheesecake?
Cheesecake. Dude,
mostly that's kind of like a go-to comfort food for me.
I agree. I feel like nothing else is worth hoarding. I got like 5 bags of grocery bags of snack food in my room.
I got like a full case of ramen and like 6 cans of cream corn.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm one of the poor, just stupid sons of bitches that kind of got caught in the toilet paper famine crossfire.
Yeah,
shit.
Some people, I was like, what's a responsible amount of toilet paper to hold on standby at any given point? I don't have that fucking answer. I don't know.
No.
But apparently most of America was fine when we ran out of toilet paper. I'm going to say, just between us, the shit caught me off guard.
Oh.
Okay, I wasn't ready for that.
What were you using? What were you improvising with?
Look, man, I'm not going to get into, like, the nitty-gritty of how I survived.
But I want to hear the nitty-gritty of how you survived.
You owe us the nitty-gritty.
I will say this. My roommate, completely unrelated, like, way before Christmas, bought a goddamn bidet and hooked it up.
Oh, my
God. And I'll hear him from across the house just, like, laughing on his throne of water with the cleanest ass this side of Georgia. And he just looks at us like fucking Philistines and just plebeians, just street people. And
is he charging? Is he charging for the bidet use?
He might. I'm not sure, but the rest of us who didn't have that Nostradamus Edgar Casey foresight to see the fucking toilet paper shortage of 2020. The rest of us have had to make sacrifices and do things we're not exactly fucking proud of.
I hope it's in his bedroom, too. I hope it's, like, right next to his bed.
But then again, Blake, like, if you're self-quarantining, you're not going anywhere, every time you take a poop, just go into the shower, right? Ooh, like, just shower it off.
A poop order.
I mean, that I could see some people doing that. You could just straight waffle stomp it down.
What's a waffle stomping?
A A waffle stomp is where you kind of fan your toes out to kind of look like a. And then when you actually hit the turd in question, it kind of waffles through like a waffle press. Oh. But you're stomping at the same time, so it's a waffle stomp.
Does it make less wiping?
It's just a pragmatic method
of pooping in the shower.
With this situation. Yeah, getting it down the drain.
Oh, it's taking. It's, what he's saying is they're taking a shit in the shower.
Okay.
And then pushing the turd down the drain.
Fuck yeah.
And I mean, all survival techniques are important right now for everyone to deal with this pandemic.
What if you slip in it?
Talking about it.
What if you slip in it's too much. It's too much. Yeah. And you slip in it. You grab the shower curtain instead of yourself, but you take down the whole shower rod, and your family's in there.
Slide into it, and you slide into it. Yeah.
Now poop on your face. It's the new egg. It's the new egg on your face. It's poop on your face.
It's bats. It's bats off to you. I think I had an idea for a hidden camera show, Blake, called "Bats Off to You," and we run into an essential business, and we open a cage of bats, and we just scream "Bats off to you."
Yeah.
I think it could work. I think with the right crew and the right people
muscle
willing to invest in it.
Yes. Who's gonna invest in this though? I need to find investors now.
Joe Exotic.
Post coronavirus things are gonna get greenlit.
Post Malonavirus. What about the post Malonavirus?
Even when this thing goes away, it will always it's going to change the world forever.
Even if it goes away, are we still gonna have post Malone? Because that is what I want to know.
We're gonna have a bunch of shit. All right, so just imagine kind of like what he just said, that this is gonna always have an imprint on everything that's gonna spiral into the arts also. So think about the coronavirus drama movies that'll be coming out in maybe a year or two.
The Corona Kids.
Or the coronavirus.
I was thinking about the there's gonna be so many documentaries. It's gonna be there's gonna be a documentary for everybody's hometown and how coronavirus affected their hometown.
All, small business owners, standing outside their shop in an abandoned downtown. There'll be a lot of that.
Oh man, what about a big business owner just going I'm okay. I still got my big business.
Dude, I know a guy just from living around town that is an AC repairman that may or may not be a vicious alcoholic. And he called me the other day. We used to play pool together. He called me the other day. He's like, "Hey man, you know anyone looking for work?" I was like, "That's an odd question to ask me."
I thought you were gonna say, "Can I borrow $100?"
No, he's like, "You know anyone looking for work?" I was like, "That's an odd question to ask during potentially the biggest recession in recent history." And he was like, "Yeah, man, my fucking business is going through the roof. And
business is booming."
He lives this odd, charmed existence where prior to he was kind of struggling, but now everyone is stuck inside their house running the air conditioner.
Wow!
And he's just rolling in money and actually expanding his business. So I think what I'm really trying to say is life finds a way.
He's got sister locations. He's got all sorts. He's got all sorts of projects going on.
Fixing everyone there. Yeah, that's crazy to think. Now that more people are at home, they're going to have more issues with their homes. So, repairmen are going to be increased.
Yeah.
More plumbers. Need a lot of plumbers.
Yeah, especially with my quarantine diet.
Without the bidet, yeah. Oh,
yeah, I guess you never really know how bad you eat just a complete imbecile third grader who somehow takes care of himself until you're quarantined. And I eat like an absolute degenerate.
Dude, all the food I bought is snack cakes and chips and Slim Jims and a can of green beans. That is
just one can of green beans.
Yeah.
You haven't eaten it yet, but one of these days.
Yeah, no. I've already eaten a whole bag of Cheetos and a whole box of Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah. Dude, it's kind of funny, down here, just like all our drive-through places are still open,
Yes.
and it's still just like full of fucking like teenagers not wearing gloves.
Yeah.
Just
that's what I was wondering. Are they at least wearing anything?
No, they're not even fucking wearing gloves. I went by a Checkers. It's like I think up there it's called Rallies. Or...
No, we have Checkers. They have the pound burger
right.
and those fries with everything. Those,
so you know, like after 1 a.m., Checkers is just wild. It's always gonna be wild.
Yes.
After 1 a.m., mostly the workers, because they're just like smoking weed, just don't give a shit. So I pulled up to one at 1 a.m. and the lady was like, "What you doing out? We sheltering at home." And I was like, "Well, y'all are open." And she's like, "Uh-huh. What you gonna have to eat?" And we start talking, and then she opens the window, and I hear the other ones inside talking about the 5G towers. They're like, "Yeah, that 5G tower shit. I think that's spreading it." And I was like, "Oh shit." And and I'm listening through, so I'm kind of fucked up, quarantine, sheltering,
Yeah.
and sheltering your mind.
Got a quarantine buzz going.
Exactly. I was like, I got a quarantine buzz going, innocent. And I'm like, oh shit, they're talking about 5G spreading coronavirus. Like, this is fucking tight. And like the whole, like everyone that works there is all in on it, and they're all just spitting all these conspiracy theories about how it's not a virus at all. It's a genetic mutation.
It's nanobots.
It's a ghost.
Yeah, the 5G radiation's altering your DNA, and that's making people sick. And I was like, yeah, Georgia, for the most part, Georgia just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I feel like Georgia nailed it. Georgia just figured it out before all of us.
Everyone go to the beaches. You'll be safe there.
God damn. Blake, are you working on a film?
Dude, we were, but we probably got about 70% done with it. We had probably about 6 more days of shooting.
Fuck.
And we had to shut it down. Too many of our crew were coming in from Atlanta. We had some crew from the Albany area.
Wow.
And just hot spots for the coronavirus. And, with all things considered and people at the time being ordered to work from home and things of that nature, and then eventually the shelter in place, it was unrealistic to keep trying to produce it. So
are you going to be able to continue with it?
Yeah, oh yeah, we're definitely, once things go back to normal, we're definitely going to continue with it. The hard part of filming is over. All of our green screen filming and some of the more ambitious scenes that we were going to film are all done. Cool. So the hard part's over.
Oh, that's good. And are you allowed to tell us what it's about?
I can tell you it's about an Uber driver that is slowly losing his mind.
Cool.
He's not able to tell sometimes if his passengers are there or not, or if they're kind of a figment of his imagination. Nice. And he's kind of slowly losing it as the movie progresses. And it's kind of a dark comedy, a little bit of a mystery in there too.
Awesome.
And it's a good bit of fun. It's definitely a fun project. I wish we were able to complete it better.
Yeah, fuck.
But one other thing that happened since the last time we spoke, I got to go out to Glendale, Los Angeles, and film for a pilot for a TV show for the Weather Channel. That was a lot of fun.
Wow. Can you tell us what it's about?
Yes, I can. It's a show about very strange aerial phenomena, and it's really funny how they approached me to do it. I had done a guest spot on another podcast kind of talking about some conspiracy theories about UFOs, just because I think that shit's hilarious. And I always approach things like that from a position of levity, and some would say like sardonic disregard. But nevertheless, we were talking about it, and they approached me and they're like, "Hey, would you like come on and talk about that shit?" I was like, "Yeah, why not?" So I went and did the project, and it was a lot of fun. Well, we got it's a really interesting format. I can't tell you a lot about that, but it's a really interesting format and kind of a neat way of doing kind of an infotainment television show. But at the end of it, they were asking me, about my placard and how I'd be introduced on the show and everything. And they're like, "So, like, what do you think?" And I was like, "Well, you can say a podcaster, writer, I guess comedian, if you'd like." And they're like, "How about ufologist?" And I was like, hell yeah, actually. As a matter of fact, fuck yeah, do that. I was like, yeah, just call me a ufologist. I started thinking, I was like, what are the fucking prerequisites for that, right?
Right?
Like who has the authority to say, like, no, he is not a ufologist?
Nobody.
Nobody what board will I fight in court?
The board of ufology. You don't want to fuck with the board.
Did you happen to catch the Bob Lazar documentary on Netflix?
Oh, I did.
Yeah. That was fucking awesome, that shit. I think that dude fucking worked on a UFO.
What?
There's I don't know, there's so much crazy shit. The one that I like talking about is this kind of school of thought in UFOs, where you have people that think like UFOs are extraterrestrials. They come from other planets. And then you have like this weird kind of fringe group of ridiculous kind of like postmodern assholes like myself. And we're like, no. They're extra dimensional. They exist in other dimensions.
They come from the hollow earth. They come from the hollow earth. They're inside us. They're all inside us right now.
And that's when everything falls apart. That's when, like, some guy who has a book on Bigfoot, like, tags me in something.
We probably talked to that guy.
And
Brown.
I guess Blake's just out here wiling about Bigfoot and shit. And that's well and good. How the mighty have fallen. But, it's fun to talk about. This shit gets taken too far really quickly.
Yeah.
Especially in, like, the really pretentious circles of ufology and stuff like that.
Those little, like, smaller town ufologists, they don't know what we got in the big city, Blake.
Well, you have, like, the organizations like MUFON and stuff like that. And, send us, like, $39.99. We'll send you a laminated ID card that says you're a ufologist. And I'm like, what the kind of pyramid fucking scheme, Church of Scientology dumb shit is this? I'm not paying money for this. It's ridiculous.
I want a free one.
We all watch the same YouTube videos high at 3 o'clock in the morning. We all come from the same school of ufology.
I was the first ufologist. I was the granddaddy of ufologists. I've got my own. I got my own ufology degree, doctorate.
You opened the school of ufology and then just graduated from it.
What is it? The To the Stars Academy, Tom DeLonge's UFO Academy. I got to start one of those. Another great Ponzi scheme.
So we got to wrap this up soon, but I do have to comment that your movie that you were working on about the Uber driver that's like seeing things, that is really relatable to me. Because we have a guy, and I know he's there because Rob talks to him, Slambo talks to him, but there's this guy, the Driz, who comes in, and he's a famous internet rapper, and he's here, but sometimes I wonder, like, is he really here, or am I just imagining? It's weird. Like, but yeah, so I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Is he an Uber driver?
I don't know is the Driz an Uber driver?
Yeah, no, I don't do that shit.
I heard you're not allowed to drive by law, Driz.
Hey, I think just real quick, I think you should do a segment where the Driz calls around and tries to pitch a song about hydrochloroquine, the COVID-19 drug.
I don't know if that's too many syllables. That's
he can make it work.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's Coartem. Yeah, well, I got you some Coartem. It's gonna get you out of your quarantine. Something like that.
Exactly, something like that.
He killed it. He killed it. He killed the whole vibe here, Blake. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to end this on this note.
I love it. Well, thanks for having me on the show, boys.
Dude, thanks as always. You're a blast to talk to you. Where can we find you and your show?
Oh, boys, y'all can you can find the show on all podcast platforms. It's Tap Snaps Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at Tap Snaps PC, Instagram Tap Snaps Podcast, and Facebook Tap Snaps 3. And also want to give a shout out to the Just Conversation podcast. I know you're getting ready to have them on next, so just want to give a shout out.
Love them. And you're still doing the show, right, Blake? You guys are still doing it during this.
Oh, hell yeah.
Good. Yeah. You have to. I feel like you owe. Like we owe. Like we owe our listener to listen.
Oh no, it's great. Everyone's stuck inside and they're running out of shit to listen
That's
to.
it.
So,
Yeah, there's nothing. There's no even just like I mentioned earlier. No more Walking Dead. Like everything is pretty much done right now till this is over.
But yeah, boys, it was a lot of fun talking to you. I'm gonna get the fuck off because I'm ready to listen to Jack talk.
We are too. We're gonna Jack talk some coronavirus, conspiracies with Jack.
Exactly. All right, boys, take it easy.
All right, later, Big.